JAMIU SIKIRU, a mechanic with almost 3 decades of experience, works on one of the modern cars. His story is one that tells of the need for continuous training in any endeavor.
Starting
from 1991, I trained for 5 years. After my training, I worked with someone for 2 years. I was trained with old generation vehicles such as Peugeot. I realized that if I continue without getting more knowledge, I will not be able to cope with new model vehicles, as I started working with companies that deal on new vehicles where I learned more.
With more sophisticated vehicles coming into Nigeria, simple technologies are not enough in diagnosing mechanical problems.
I would like to encourage anyone that wants to go into the automotive engineering field to get formal education. If not for how I have developed myself over the years, I would not have been able to cope in these modern times. In this era, if one is not an educated engineer, he or she may not be able to work on modern vehicles.
This is 4-post lift. It's meant for a lot of things. One, we use it to do alignment, servicing, then by checking under the car, checking it underneath, if there is any problem with the silencer or the under. You can also check the suspension also. Anything you want to see is very clear for you to see.
With various brands of vehicles out there, how do these men and women find their way around repairing, for instance, brand A, B, or C?
When it comes to auto vehicle, there are only very few differences. For every vehicle, they have the power part of it, they have the transmission part of it, they have the suspension part of it, they have the body part, they have the interior part. It's just that the features might be different. Probably they may have 1, 2, 3 things that add to the value. Power part is engine everywhere. We have series of engine, 4-cylinder, 6, 8. Some are even using 12. They are all engines. They have blocks, they have cylinder, they have some. So the only thing is that you might find an engine that uses maybe a plastic manifold. When you go to another vehicle, you have a vehicle that uses aluminum manifold. That's where the air goes into the engine. But again, on it, you might have 1, 2, 3 inputs that might be different. And again, here, like you said, we work on many brands because we have people that have been trained in almost every part of it.
Trying to improve on their craft is one thing, but having the image of a not-so-clean personality is an issue that these technicians are trying to deal with.
It takes training. As a technician, you don't have to be greasy, you don't have to be dirty. But there's no way you're going to work on automotive and not get dirty, because you're going to have dust, you're going to have oil, grease, and some of these things are going to get on you. You as a technician has to know what you are going to do to be clean enough not to smear your job or dirty the car. As you can see, as I'm walking along, I have rags that at intervals I have to clean my hand, clean what I need to do, or a surface area I need to work on, I have to make sure it's clean. But you cannot say if you're a mechanic that you cannot, if you don't want to get dirty, then you don't want to be in the automotive field, because no matter which area of automotive you are going to be in, you still get dirty. Yes, automotive is very diverse, that you can be in different areas. Some areas you don't get dirty that much, but you still get dirty. So it's a give and take.
Automotive engineers or mechanics do have their jobs cut out for them, but they also have a few things for every vehicle owners to have in mind.
One major thing I see that we have the problem of in Nigeria is, I would say about 99% of Nigerians, including me, tend to neglect anything we use until it breaks down. Every part of your vehicle has that maintenance interval based on different manufacturer. When we're talking of lube service, we're talking of oil change. A lot of people will say, I've serviced my car. Service is very diverse. You have different level of service. You have A, B, C, all the way to Z. So there are different levels of service. But in Nigeria, we tend to wait until something actually breaks. Then one other thing I see is most vehicle owners don't have the patience to leave their car. Yes, I know there are some trust issues, but you have to trust your mechanic sometimes. You have to be able to leave those vehicles for them to really work on it. When you're taking these vehicles apart or these parts apart, there will be some things you will run into that you don't expect as a technician or the owner doesn't even know. Example is you might want to take a bolt or a nut off. This bolt or nut is rusty. In the process of you trying to take it off, it will break. Not that you intentionally break it, but when it's broken, you have to remove it first, the broken part that's still stuck on the engine. In some cases where the broken part is, could be tough to get to that. You might have to remove the whole engine or remove the whole gearbox to get to this particular one small bolt or nut. But a lot of car owners don't see it that way. They will blame it on the mechanic. And I see a lot of mechanics facing this problem.
The future here is promising. Now, because of the high level of unemployment in the country, we find a lot of graduates who tend to start paying attention to these industries that they have been ignoring. Now you have engineering graduates who end up in banking. Are they really meant to be there? Did they go to school 5 years to study and just end up in banking? Is that really what they want to do? So has it really been attractive, the automobile industry? Has it been attractive to these graduates? I don't think so. But now with the level of graduates that we have now, since they won't be employed, now they're setting up automobile workshops. And now you have well-structured automobile maintenance firms like this now. And then there are a couple around. You're seeing Keja, you're seeing Ojota here.
Back to the ladies. What does the future holds?
I really want to finish my one-year program. After that, go back to school. But I really want to go into aviation. I want to go to aviation school, like work with aircraft. But before then, I want to have a workshop, maybe employ staff or stuff, but I would love to have my own workshop.
How long do I hope to do it? As long as I can still hold on. As long as I use a car, I would continue to do the job. But one thing is that there are times that you okay, let me hand it over to somebody to do it, but I will still have to supervise. So how soon? Not very soon.
Talk about determination and passion. No doubt Nigeria has some of the best brains in the world. Let's have your take. Do reach us on any of our feedback platforms showing on your screen. That's our package for this week on Community Reports. Thank you so much for watching. I am Yomi Otaibe.